welcome to this tutorial for AutoGaitA group. So here I already clicked on the group button in the main GUI and also clicked on that I want to compare three groups. And here I'll walk you through this toolbox for this example data set of the same group of mice walking over differently wide beams. So this is exactly the data as you will find it in the repository. And for that, the first thing we have to do is we have to provide a path to the group's results subfolders. So these are the subfolders that are generated by our first level tools, either AutoGaitA, DeepLabCut, or Zimi. You have to give your groups some names. You have to tell us where you want group results to be stored, which statistical test, if any, you want to use. So if you don't want to do any stats, you just don't choose this. For this video, I will just run the ANOVA because it runs faster. However, we strongly recommend, due to the reasons we provide in the paper, to run the cluster extend test. But for the ANOVA, as we do here, it's really important that you choose the right experimental design for your data. So for us, because we have the same group of mice walking over these beams, we choose the repeated measures ANOVA because we have two within subject factors and a fully repeated design. However, if your different groups have different animals or subjects in them, you would choose the mixed ANOVA because then you would have one between and one within subject factor. Now looking at the advanced configuration, here you can choose the number of permutations for the cluster test. We recommend at least 10,000 for that. You can choose the alpha level, how many principal components to compute on the PCA, whether you want to plot standard error instead of standard deviation, and whether you want to save the 3D PCA scatter plot as a video file as well. That requires FFmpeg, and we have some instructions for this in our documentation. When you're done, you have to choose your features. So AutoGaitA automatically reads the features of your dataset and gives those to you as checkboxes like this. And for that, for the stats, let's use the ankle, the knee, and the hind paw, as well as the ankle angle, knee angle, and hip angle for stats. And let's just use the same features for the PCA, just so you can redo this exactly and then get the exact same group folder that I will also provide in the repository. And again, if you don't want to do any stats or any PCA, just leave these unchecked, and you can still run it and get some overview Excel files, as well as some overview figures. Now, if you ran AutoGaitA Zimi as your first level, you will have to choose whether you want, with this run of the group toolbox, analyze the left or the right body sides behavior. So in this case, let's say locomotion, that would mean the left or the right leg performing steps. If you want to do both, you would first have to do left and then right. I'm working on implementing a better way for this in the future, but for now it's like this. And if you did DeepLabCut for your first level, you can just ignore this. Now, if we run this, we get this little window again. We click run again, and now we can see some progress. So we first get some overview info, which were the groups we did and the features we used. The 3D PCA scatter plot video takes a second. However, it should be done. Yep. And now we get some information on our stats with the exact percentage bins for a given pairwise contrast where significant differences were found for this feature. So for hip angle, for example, and we get the exact p-values for each of the percentage bins. And for example, if we don't have a significant interaction, we don't perform the Takis test, If you do the permutation test, you will see some progress information in here. And once it's all done, you'll get a results folder that looks like this. So here we first have some Excel files of the exact numerical features for all of the groups. Then we have PCA. So PCA info has the exact numerical results of your PCA analysis. We get the 3D scatter plot as a video like this. And we also get, so that's in the bottom here, the scatter plots as PNG files. And for the features that you analyzed, you get those overview figures as a PNG file. You'll get the results of your statistical tests as a PNG file for some overview visualization. And you get the exact results of your statistical analysis in this text file, which is just a print that you saw in the command window previously. And you get all figures as SVG files as well. Just one final thing, so you will get the statistical plots for all the features that you chose in this define features window, as we did just now. However, these other overview files, for example, joint velocities over average step cycle, let's use this one. So these 5 joints correspond to the joints you chose at the first level, right? So the first level toolboxes, there are these custom column names and features, or custom joints and angles, windows where you can define your joints, and these are independent of the statistical analysis. So you can choose some joints here and then run stats on joints that are not included there, for example, the elbow or something for me in this example.